Is something related to movie making. I've made some documentaries. I'm going to show you a little bit excerpt from the documentaries. And so this stuff about acting, I got a fairly good profile actually of Waking Genius and Time is a Force. Both had, one had a great deal of writing published in the local paper, the university paper, University of Guelph radio station interviewed me, and so on. And Time is a Force won at, or won, I don't know, some prize at Ed Video. And at any rate, movie making and acting, again, they're ways of channeling your creative energy. And Waking Genius, I sort of waded into thinking, oh yeah, I can do this. And it had a lot of moving parts, a lot of characters. People I enlisted from the university just by putting an ad in the university paper for actresses, and a lot of things came together. I think Erin Lynn, I believe, is the name of the girl who played Drew Steadman's girlfriend. She was an immaculate actress. What she pulled off, given the fact that we only had a couple hours of shooting to do in terms of establishing this relationship with Drew the painter. He had just undergone a relationship breakup, so I thought, okay, I'll start at the starting point and start there, and then we'll go into painting and his subconscious approach to painting and so on. And Chelsea Campbell, who was 20 when we did Time is a Force, an incredibly enlightening creature in terms of, we did art therapy in terms of writing poetry, painting, various creative endeavors, and talking about creative endeavors, and talking about life itself, so the sort of biographical component, which I think is necessary to art therapy. At any rate, so in Arsenic and Old Lace, here I am. This was a special photo for Toronto Star, Calden Entertainment section. So I played the brother of, well, the guy who played my brother was Chris Little, who in turn was Rich Little's brother, fairly famous Canadian. And for my movie, Using Film to Express the Work of a Painter, this was a fairly expansive and these are some of Drew's paintings, and this is Erin Lynn, who did a spectacular job. And this is from, there were a lot of moving parts, as I said, to the movie. And that's from the movie. And this is Laura Sanders, who was a bit part in Three Men and a Baby, one of the models, and part of what I'll be showing is a lot of my model photography. And here is one of the posters for Waking Genius. It's a little worse for wear, but one of the posters for Time is a Force. I have better copies. And Mississauga Boxing Club, doesn't even have the date on. Where are we here? Okay, there's David Hilton. Fred Robb was also from the Orangeville Boxing Club, as was myself, and Ivan Mitchell, Oakville, BC. Well, Murchill, okay, because our coach was Mitchell. There I am, and with Phil filling in against Johanna Leamington, and Nikki Furlano, Thomas the Hitman Hearn, and Bernie Gwindon, and I talked about some of those. Okay, so boxing. The great thing about acting is it's such great therapy. You come into the dressing room, hang up your personality on the hook, and you put on somebody else's metabolism, somebody else's psychology. You walk around in somebody else's skin, and your own problems are dismissed by embodying the character that you embody. So it's beautiful therapy. Box for a better looking for Chelsea Campbell in Time is a Force. Of my documentaries, I've got them of exciting artists, Governor General Award artists, psychiatrists, head of psychiatry at Homewood, major player in psychology in Ontario here, and he turned a painter when he was 70 and closed the door on psychiatry forever. But there's a lot of other little bits and pieces of documentaries that I will also give you pieces of. Art of Drew Steadman, what attracted to me him in the first place, which was totally synchronous, is that he's got this strong subconscious, and I saw one of his paintings at Aquarius Cafe in Guelph, and attracted to his paintings, and then when we started making the documentary, his painting just took off. He was painting so much, and as he became a better painter, there's Drew there, he became more exacting and sort of lost that subconscious edge and became more a manifester of detailed portraits and just an incredibly crafty person. But generally what happens in those situations is, of course, the subconscious dries up. It becomes overwhelmed by the motifs within the idea of being exacting. He could paint anything realistically. And here he is back on his deck working on one of his paintings, and the movie was about him explaining what were the constituent inspirations for his paintings back then. And later on there'll be a description of this particular painting. And so I suppose one could say that the movie was, I'm trying to get into Drew's head, the idea of a creative artist and energy. He was a national skateboarder, sponsored skateboarder at the time. And yeah, the actresses, the actors, everything fell into place. Ralph's limo donated the limo, and everything to me came relatively easily, I guess, because it's something I always wanted to do. Desire, to get into the head of the creative process and
Sure.
Is this no. This is taken. It's taken.
How much? An auction house. I don't have a bank account.
What? Come with me. We'll go to the bank.
Okay.
I'm interested in the like how it actually sparks an emotion or a feeling from you. Laying. He's a ballerina and a great musician.
Oh, really?
Kelly Steadman, yeah.
Oh,